Hey to the people, hey to the people, hey to the people. Welcome back to No Chaser TV. My name is Chase, and I'm here with Tori B. We will be joined in just a few moments by Asia making her debut on No Chaser TV. Of course, Asia is on the lean as well, and me and her did Summer House season one last season, so I cannot wait to get all of her thoughts on these last couple of episodes. But it just feels so good to be back. Thank y'all for being patient with us while we were working through some technical difficulties. So we started a little late today, but I just want to say it feels so good to be back, Tori B. It feels like I have not been over here with the No Chaser with my family in a long time, and I guess it kind of has been, right? It's been a week.
Yeah, almost a week.
Oh
Tomorrow.
my God, too long. It's way
I
too long.
know. I kind of felt like the ritual wasn't the same. But yes, y'all missed us on Monday. But I mean, shoot, Summer House is getting real juicy.
It is getting juicy, and I'm actually glad that we have two juicy episodes to talk about because we have episode 4 as well as episode 5 to talk about. So we're going to talk about both of those episodes on this review today, and so I'm just really excited about that. And starting Mondays, we will be back Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So look forward to seeing us back on Mondays, child. It just felt too long for me, girl. Um, Yes, with that being said, I want you guys to continue to like the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, continue leaving your comments as you do, and make sure that you go ahead and check us out on social media. We got a short up on the YouTube. I was down to the Carlos King yesterday, and I had to see what the people said, Tori, because they always say, well, who are the people? You always talking about the people said. The people said. So I went and I found the people and we brought them to you to see what they said. They talked about Potomac. They talked about Married to Medicine. They talked about Love and Hip Hop, child. So you'll be seeing the rest of them soon. But that was the first one, and yeah, they gave all their thoughts on the cast of Potomac. Let's see who's in the chat before we get started, child, because I seen there was some people in here ready to go. So
Yes,
let's see who we
yes,
had.
ready to go. That's what we love. Thank you.
Yes. Hey, Robo's Adventure. Oh, hey. Hey, Demisio. Hey, Yvette. Hey, who else? Hey, Demisio. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Sean. Hey, Amanda K. How you doing, my sweet baby? You know we love you. All right, y'all. And hey to everybody over there on X as well. And thank y'all for y'all support. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Yeah, get me together. Okay.
Who got you? What's wrong?
No, my hood and everything is all
What
jacked
color
up.
is your hood? Are we kind of giving the same color?
Yes, we didn't even.
We didn't plan that.
No,
Are
we
you
ain't synced
stalking me? So, are you stalking me, Shanice? Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Summer feels that she shouldn't have to ask for respect in her relationship, not her friendship, her relationship with Jordan. Summer is in the house going off and is tired of harboring Jordan's feelings because she, in her words, and in my sentiments, and it seems like everyone else's sentiments, fucking sucks. And she's talking about Jordan. She feels like Jordan is taking advantage of her kindness. Jordan feels that Summer is using her moment of weakness against her, and Shanice chimes in and says that's exactly how Summer made her feel. Jordan doesn't like that Summer told Jasmine that she has alopecia when she knows good and god doggone well her and Jasmine are not currently on great terms. And I think, is it that everybody should know this, or is the only person that does not know that they're actually not on great terms is Jasmine? Because I just remember Jasmine walking away from that like, oh great, everything's fine, and Jordan still has a stink eye on this girl. You know what I mean?
Jordan, I think, needs to seek some professional help in
Oh,
reference to how she feels about her alopecia. I think the the issue she's going through the motions with dealing with this, and I think she's taking her frustrations with it out on everybody else. That's what it seems like to me. And I understand it. As a black woman, our hair is our crown and glory, and now
yes.
she has to, change to this new normal of wearing wigs because her hair is falling out. But That's how I look at it. She's having a hard time adjusting.
Hmm. Now, I want to say this. Welcome to No Chaser TV, Asia.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
Hey.
so glad
Tori,
to
hey,
have you here.
Dre.
And Asia meet Tori, Tori meet Asia.
Welcome.
And it looks like you kind of got in the color scheme. So you got your yellow, we got on our beige khaki, whatever we got on, you know what I'm saying? So this worked out perfect. I'm so glad I have two of my favorite ladies, two of the most opinionated women I know, to talk about some of the most annoying women I've ever encountered on reality TV. This is great.
Shout out to the millennials.
Shout out,
Get
oh
out
my
the line,
God, my
baby.
Lord, my goodness. Let me ask you this, Asia. We just actually broke down, not even broke down, I just mentioned that Jordan feels like Summer uses her moment of weakness against her in that argument, and Summer feels that she shouldn't have to harbor all of Jordan's ill will, and that she quote unquote fucking sucks. So before I get your opinion on this, I wanted to know, because you're now here at episode 4 and 5, what you think about episodes 1 through 3, quickly.
Episodes 1 through 3. The biggest thing that stood out is for me is Alex has known Jasmine has been pregnant this whole time. I think that Alex doesn't care one way or another if he's on the show or not,
Uh-oh.
but he is there for his friend. So that was the biggest thing that stood out. Jasmine is aware. She has self-awareness. She's a good girl. She knows that she was a shell of herself last season. And without Silas there and her like going into mommyhood, she has like the opportunity without Silas being there to regroup on her friendships and then actually become like a wife a little bit slower and a mom a little bit slower because she rushed into the wife thing. So I think her being here, she needed this to be around her friends so she can establish her new relationships as a married woman and as a mom. Otherwise, I've been a little bored. I like Nick's outfits. Oh, and I
Nick,
can't stand Jordan.
oh, I'm just so glad everybody's on the We Hate Jordan train.
She's
Asia, remember
yeah,
last
she's
season?
unbearable. I told you
Oh,
she
y'all don't like her.
no,
Asia,
I
remember
wouldn't
last
say
season? I was like, I don't like her.
Yes. It's like
she's becoming unbearable. I think
She's been
she's
unbearable.
she's
She's
her.
been
She was
unbearable.
unbearable last year,
I think
and
it's worse though
she
now.
uses her. I think she is the same, and people are just realizing because she like even over exaggerated what Mariah did to
She
Bria.
definitely over
Bria,
exaggerated.
and so even in that, like to me, she infiltrated like her friendships with Jasmine with that, like pretty much lying on what Mariah actually did. To me, that was like the kickoff of everything. And then last year, she was just so unbearable. She was offended by everything, which be offended, but girl, get off the television with that. Like, please pull these to the side and say, like, hey, I don't like you calling me toxic. Don't do that again. But like everything was a sermon. We thought it was going to be Preston, and it's really Jordan
We really
who
thought it
is
was going to be
teaching
Preston. You wow,
the
call me out.
unbearable gospel of what happens after you pose nude and your titties are all over the internet. Like she's
Oh,
so freaking annoying.
call me out, because I really thought it was going to be Preston. And let me also say, she definitely over exaggerated what happened, because I actually just watched the episode yesterday because I had to figure out for myself, was it as bad as Bria is making it out to be? And we're going to get into that. But what I will also say is the Mariah versus Bria and then Preston pissing off everybody in the house happened on episode 2 last season. And that is why this season feels boring in comparison, because they came out of the gate swinging last year, as opposed
Yeah.
to this year taking a slow burn. And sometimes slow burns are cool, but all these people in this house get the fighting. I'm sorry. Let me
I,
stop.
I like it. I'm a little bored because I think what they're showing is they were still showing too much of Jordan for me. Like, girl, they were showing that she's not it. She's not fetch. She's not going to happen for the Black community. If you like Jordan so much, move her to DC and put her on Potomac. so she can
Well,
blend
let me
in.
tell you what she really needs to do. But before I do this, Zoel says, "Hey, cousin. Who cousin is Zoel?"
That's my cousin. That's
Oh my
Zoe.
We love that. Hey, well, Zoel, now you my cousin too. Hey, cousin.
That's my cousin.
Um,
That's my cousin.
I wanted to say, I wanted to ask, has anyone watched Winter House? To the people in the chat, to the people on X, to the people on the stage, has anyone watched Winter House? Because I did not watch Winter House, but
I
every
do.
clip I saw of Jordan, she was fighting with those girls and crying over white men. And so that's what I honestly, I'm gonna just say it.
Send her to the other summer house,
Bye.
please.
Well,
Give
you
her
know,
away.
Amir said that he applied for the other summer house, and I feel like he wasn't the only one who did. I feel like Jordan did too. Had to.
You can take Amir and you can take Jordan and give us some more like enriched black
From
people.
us.
Like not nobody who's on the fence. No shade to the mixed people, the mixed community, but like the mixed girls I know, they black. And so the mix, and I actually know an Amir who is Palestinian and black, and he black. He's not like, so seeing this Amir with the same two mixed with the same two races act like that, it's just boy, go on over with you and Natalie, go over there. Bye.
Well, I want to say for me, right? You know, black people are not a monolith or whatever, and you don't have to be this to be black. You know, so I want to clarify that for me. But it just looks like she was more interested in the guys over there. Like last season, she didn't want to talk to Alex. She didn't want to talk to Amir. She just wasn't here for it. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily need again you to be. You know, I used to say this thing on Beverly Hills. I used to piss people off all the time about Garcelle being a sister and not a sister. You know what I mean? But what I have noticed, and it speaks to a trend that I noticed of Bravo. Even when I worked in casting, and I'm gonna get in a little trouble for this, but Bravo, the casting directors. I don't know if it's Bravo and the casting directors are getting the edict down from Bravo, or if it's the casting just doing that. But there is a certain
Palatable. They want palatable folks.
yeah,
Yeah, I can
yeah.
tell. I can tell.
Jordan and her news are not palatable. Sorry, go.
Well,
They're not.
somebody said she was a punk on Winter House.
Okay, you get what I'm saying? So then why does she come over here acting like it just is too much, it's confusing, it never makes
Well,
sense.
she's probably code switching.
She's not code switching. She doesn't have a code. Like you gotta have some type of morals.
Thank you for answering that. Who answered she was a punk on
Alicia, I think that's how you say her name.
okay, I see. Yes, thank you, Alicia. And listen, you know, Amir was fun last season. I think single. Don't come back to the house with my girlfriend, especially with this Miss Natalie. If this is what we're gonna get, you can leave Natalie at home, baby. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
I like
she can
single
stay
Amir.
in
Single
San
Amir is fun.
Antonio, Austin, wherever she at, because she's not fun. She's boring.
She
And a
is
minute,
boring.
if you
Yeah,
gonna bring,
they said she
oh,
was. I watched her on Winter House, and Jordan is Jekyll and Hyde. She was a whole different person on Winter House.
I'm not crazy. I'm like, is she really crying over men? And she fighting these girls over men? And I saw the man, and I was like,
And maybe that's
oh.
maybe that's the issue. There's nobody she's attracted to in that house, so you're not gonna get no tea.
oh, Tori, absolutely not. There are men in this house she's attracted to. Let's be very clear.
Is it
But
Amir?
no, she likes Alex. But let's be very clear.
Well,
She
last
wants
season
her
she
ass
did give
kissed.
Alex more time than anyone else in the house.
Oh, okay.
She wants her ass kissed, and Alex ain't the one to do it.
Wow. Do everybody want to sleep with Alex? Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
what's going
Yes, I
on with
do.
that? I
I
mean,
want. Yes,
Because
I
he's
do.
fine.
he's
That's
fine,
because
but he's blah.
No, he's
the
not.
dick is good though, and we're gonna get into that too.
Not the
Or why
He's
did I
dick.
say
not.
the D
He's
word?
not blah. He's not blah. But he won't. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play these games because you saw how did y'all talk about? Oh, y'all didn't talk about last week. Cause
Nah,
like you
not
saw
yet.
how.
We're
No,
on
we
4.
just started.
We just
So
on
where
Okay.
4.
we're at is this is after Jordan and Summer have their fight, right? In the car. Now they're in the house. Summer feels that um she should not be harboring Jordan's feelings because Jordan, in her words, I just like to keep quoting it, fucking sucks in Summer's words. And Jordan feels that Summer is using her moment of weakness regarding her alopecia against her. Shanice agreed that she does tend to do that. And especially telling someone as like Jasmine when she knows that Jordan is not on great terms with Jasmine. So what did you think about their relationship fight?
I think they both are too emo for
Oh no,
me.
no, you already talked. Wait, I'm talking about Asia. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like you can
Asia,
you
Asia,
said
baby,
after
pause right
Dorothy
now. Let them
Fielder,
girls have it. Asia, go ahead.
He said that before. He said they was siblings.
I feel like something has happened like on a drunken night, possibly, but like in terms of it being a thing, no.
Well, here's where I challenge you. Remember when Nick confronted them and confronted Summer and then up popped from under the covers, Jordan?
Mhm.
They wasn't drunk then.
No, they share a room.
Mm.
Why?
I don't know. Look, I'm not
They
there.
sleep in the same bed, and there's in Noel's. Her name is Noel, right? Noel's room. There's an extra bed, so they don't
Because
have.
Mariah was supposed to be in that bed.
Who was supposed to be in the bed?
Mariah.
Man, don't get me started, dog, about my M dog. What is with Bravo and Mariah? Oh, don't get me started. But Asia,
So
your
I
rest of your thoughts?
my thoughts about her saying she episode. I think that Summer and Jordan are very similar. They display it differently. And Summer is not guarded at all. Summer does what she wants, says what she wants. She gets to feel how she wants. And Jordan being like between Summer and Jordan, people gonna pick Summer every time. Let's just keep it a book.
So,
I know so.
okay.
Between a man wanting Summer or Jordan who has her titties all over the internet, they're gonna pick Summer. They will. They're
Okay.
going to. That, yeah. And so I think, but they're both like quote unquote pretty girls. So I get that how they want to bond. However, they're similar, but they display it differently. And so it's just never gonna work out, especially trying to be a friend with Jordan. It's just not what's gonna happen because Jordan isn't genuine and Summer actually is genuine. She's that shit crazy, but she's genuine.
Because has anyone seen Summer Blink?
I
Summer
don't
is
know.
crazy.
Summer is nuts. She has a emotionally she's unbalanced. I just
So is Jordan.
they both are, but
They display it
right,
differently.
you're right. But I mean, it's just I think Summer acts more like a victim. You
Summer
drop
does
a
stuff.
bomb and then you run away. Like,
Summer does stuff, and it's like, oh, me? Cause
yeah.
and I act just like that. Like, why are you mad at me? Like,
I,
I just do.
but why are they so? I mean, it got to be something because they are attached at the hip, and it's like at this age, why y'all can't be separated? I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But okay, I guess.
All right, y'all. Well, let's go ahead, y'all. We got 2 episodes to get into.
Jordan
The
has
group,
pent up frustration.
the group is going to church, and Summer doesn't want to go. And I would venture to say that she's the one who probably needs to go the most. Blink. Shanice says God says come as you are, and so she's coming to church fucked up. Stop playing with the house of the Lord, okay, baby? I just wrote that down because I ain't live. It was funny though, but yo, you better stop playing with God.
That
Uh,
wasn't funny to me, but okay.
you said what?
It wasn't funny to me.
I mean, I laugh at the wrong shit. So, but yeah, it's not technically it's not funny. All right, Preston tells Summer why Jordan was upset. Noelle clocks that Alex asked Summer if she was going to church, but did not ask her. And Bria says he didn't ask me neither. Noelle was like, it's kind of not about you right now, but no, that's not what she did, but that's what she should have did. Ugh, Bria, move. Noelle shares with Summer. Um, her rejection. Now, this is crazy. There by the pool, Noelle shares how hurt she is that Alex rejected her and cries in Summer's arms. Noelle says that she spent the majority of her teens searching for love, and so things like this hurt her deeply. She spoke with her mom, who told her to get her ass back up and get back in that game and flaunt it, because if you got it, you might as well flaunt it. And Bria is still upset that Mariah is coming. Is anyone just like, was anyone, my jaw damn near dropped when I saw her cry in the Summer's arms. I just feel like I would never give the ops that kind of victory over me. No, ma'am, honey. I didn't want him so bad. I'd have been like, girl, no, you need to back up because you already had my man and now he's rejecting me. And I can't open up about this with you out of all people because I just feel like Summer is the kind of girl that kind of secretly rejoices. And it's crazy because we just have a whole situation where Jordan says that she felt like Summer weaponized her alopecia against her. And then Noelle has a moment of vulnerability and cries in the Summer's arm after they have already had this strain on their friendship because of Alex. And you think that she's not going to weaponize that on Mad Day against you? Child, please. Tori B, what you thinking?
I think what's good is she was vulnerable. I don't think she was being vulnerable. I think I'd rather her spill her guts to Bria rather than Summer. But girl, yes, dust yourself off. I wouldn't even. I'm sorry. I don't see Alex is fine, but that's about it. I don't think he's really all of that. I don't see it. I don't even think he gave her enough energy for her to be upset like that. But I get the abandonment issues. I get it. That's what this is about. But she clearly was crying to the wrong person. And why would you do that after this girl dropped the bomb at the table saying he was inside of me? Why would you do that?
She ain't got that yet, friend. Just hold off.
No, she said it before in the previous I'm not that no, but she said it at the table previously.
She didn't hear her.
She did in the previous episode 1 or 2. Yes, she did.
Well, she said that they slept together, but the whole "he was inside of me" thing is this episode.
Child,
you jump in. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Asia.
She said it twice.
I don't.
Said it episode.
Noelle. Yeah. Too pretty to be acting like this, and I hate a losing ass pretty bitch. Like, don't be a loser. Don't be Giselle.
Well, that wraps it up.
Yeah, I mean, y'all get what I'm saying. Like, she's not a loser. Like, Noelle is that girl. She's really pretty.
She's so pretty and so fun and so bubbly and so everything.
She looks like she smells good. Like, oh my goodness, just love her. So when a pretty girl makes like decisions like that, like she could just chuck up her saying what she said because she was drunk, but like to kind of keep harping on it, no, don't. Let's keep it moving in terms of, you get what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it moving in terms of Alex.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying he's attractive. He's mild mannered. And there's another person who is like on this panel that reminds me of Alex, personality wise. Very handsome, very mild mannered, and you can tell me I'm fine all day. I don't want you, but you're nice. You're pretty. Let's be friends.
You're welcome. I understand what I understand, and I am like that. And
Is she checks?
It better be. Nah. We know who it is, darling. I
But you know what? Just because people are attracted, and vice versa, doesn't mean that you're meant to be with that.
That doesn't mean that they're attracted to you.
Well, they probably are. Just because.
Well, I mean,
Alex finds Noelle attractive. He finds Noelle attractive. He finds.
That doesn't mean that they are like want to act on the attraction.
Because he's attractive too. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure the women just be flocking to Alex. The men too. Like, everybody probably just be wanting Alex. He be like, okay, thank you.
But you know what though? I think that where Alex is benefiting at this moment right now is he is the only single straight man in the house. They don't have any, literally no one else on the cast to do that, to like to make relations with, because as soon as Noelle saw another man come in the house, she got with him with the quickness.
Amen.
Yeah, I
And
So
that's
just
why I'm
want
like,
to
girl, calm
calm
down.
down. Yeah, calm down, Noel. That's a fact. She needed to cool her horses. It wasn't that deep to me, but I'm different. So I don't know. I mean,
my feelings would have been hurt too.
I
Who's?
My feelings would have been hurt only because I think that she felt that he led her on, and maybe he was just being nice. I don't know.
He
that's
said,
what
I
I'm
didn't like
saying.
I didn't like this tofu sandwich you brought me. Like, he's like, you're pretty. He hasn't led her on. He was looking like, oh dang, she
Well,
put
up
some,
until the tofu sandwich,
huh?
I think that there was a healthy amount of flirting.
I think that's who he is. It's like, I'm sorry, Nick and Alex they have been consistently the same since season 1, episode 1. Like, they have
Well,
not
Nick
changed
was
their
a jerk. I went back last season and watched it, and the fact that he waited 3 episodes telling people he had a girlfriend was weird.
Doesn't bother me. I get it. He was trying to do something completely different. And he was like, yeah, no, let me
I don't like it.
He was trying to weigh his options. I ain't stupid. Yeah, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to risk my relationship over
Well, let
that?
me tell you
not.
something. If it is it worth it, go ahead and put your thing down, flip it and reverse it with your girlfriend. Get out of my DMs. I don't live. You got a girlfriend. All right,
Please.
y'all. Let's go ahead and move on. We're almost done with episode 4. On to episode 5. Jordan tells Summer on a sidebar that sharing her alopecia was a violation. Summer backtracks and says that Jordan's tone was out of pocket as well, and she was only saying that she held her in a moment of weakness to try to ease the situation. Jordan says that she feels that the safe space should feel just like that, and it no longer does amongst friends. And Summer goes ahead and finally apologizes. Summer says that Jordan can be angry, especially in an argument. Jordan pays that dust and says that she feels her trust was violated, and they do finally make amends. But she says that going forward, she's going to keep some things to herself. And after watching this and then thinking about the way that she moves with Jordan, she is the type of person that never really fully forgets anything and doesn't let go of grudges. And so she treats you differently moving forward. But, people are feeling like when you make amends with the situation, that you're moving forward in an effort to be the way that you were. And the thing about Jordan is, it's okay for you to make amends and move differently, but when you're making amends moving differently and not telling the person that you're moving differently, it could create problems for you down the line. I'm just saying.
I agree with that.
Because what it would have cost nothing. She's not, now mind you, she doesn't owe her anything. I don't think that she owes, and no one owes anyone that explanation. But you cannot be surprised when it does send mixed signals. So if I say we cool and then we move forward and we go out and I don't kick you with you like that, I don't call you like I used to, I don't kick you with you like you used to. Do you be like, well, dang, he acting funny. I thought we made up. You're actually right. I am acting funny, and we did make up, and I didn't verbalize that. Or if you say, you know what, we can make amends. The trust is broken, and it's going to take some time for us to get it back. But I am willing to move forward and try to see if we can get that back, or B, going to take some time and take some space to figure out how I want to proceed in the friendship. There you go. That's it. That's all.
It's a
Tori B, what do
huge,
you think?
it's a huge lack of immaturity on Jordan's part. And to me, it's like her and Summer. I don't know. They're just weird. I can't. But it don't seem like it's any different. Y'all was under the covers again together. I'm just saying they was. So how is it any different?
Sometimes you got to spin the block. You
Tori,
know what
what
I'm
I'm not
saying?
about to do with you is this. Okay?
What's that?
Stop. Stop. No, I'm covering my mouth because I'm too close to the camera. Stop it.
In between the sheets.
Stop it.
I'm just like, I don't see a difference. Y'all got back under the covers, so shit.
Stop
Coming
it.
out strong
Tori, we don't have time for that.
in between the sheets. I know that's damn right.
I feel like Jordan with the Jordan and Jasmine situation, they weren't Jordan was never really her friend. She liked hanging out with Jasmine because Jasmine's fun. The moment Jasmine was no longer fun, Jordan no longer wanted to hang out with her. Let's just keep it a book. And Jasmine is just like, I don't understand what happened. I got married. When you get married, it changes. So I know firsthand. Um, in terms of Jordan saying that Summer sharing that was a violation, Jordan, was it a violation when you shared that she was making out and or got hot and heavy in front of your building and it was embarrassing to you because you are a Black woman that lives on Park Avenue? Wasn't that a violation too? Like, aren't y'all both telling each other's business?
Yep.
Aren't
Yep.
y'all both telling each other's business? So, Jordan, again, it's a violation. How? Just like last year, Jordan said that she was sexualized by the men in the house, but then she went and sexualized herself, was like, oh, I had breasts. Girl, which one is it? Why can't I do to you what you doing to me or to everybody? Like, there's no fun. She's not fun. And then on top of that, I have no comments about the into the sheets thing. I will just say that Jordan is selfish and she's also jealous of certain people who get the things that they want. Because I thoroughly believe that Jordan always mentions how she's single. I think Summer gets the guys. Like Summer gets them in easily, it seems like, to be honest. And I don't know how easy or non-easy it is for Jordan because she has so many barriers up that she can't just have fun with these guys, but Summer can. You're jealous. Jasmine got the ring. Jordan, you're still single. Think you might be a little jealous. So let's talk about the violations that you actually are putting on your other friends. You're violating yourself at this point.
But you know what I find interesting in that regard? It's not that she doesn't have a man from lack of men trying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that her aura, her demeanor, right? It takes a strong man to want to go ahead and bypass that resting bitch face that like don't come close to me, like like that kind of attitude that she gives off, like I wish you would, don't even try it. You know what I mean? So if you're giving off that, you're not really necessarily coming off as someone who is open to being approached. So yeah, that's what I think it is. She's probably not really approachable. You see how she jumped off of Mirror last season. She kind of shut down anything between her and Alex. Nick is off the table. Preston is gay, of course. And so those are the men from last season. She gets down to this other house and it's simping, winter house, and it's simping real bad. Comes back and the walls are up, the guards are up, the attitudes are up. Like, all of that's up. So I don't really think that, because she's a beautiful girl in my opinion. To me, she's a
She's
beautiful
beautiful.
girl. But the
Beautiful body.
outside does not match the potential of the inside, because the inside don't really match it either at this point. But
She's insecure and jaded. That's point blank period.
Yeah, and reasonably so. Apparently, she's been through stuff, but I just feel like go to the side you want to be on. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. You want to be around the white people, go be around the white people. Like, don't come over here. What we find entertaining is what we want to see. I have resting bitch face. You will never see me on Summer House because I will act just like Jordan in terms of how to look and like I just do. Like, I'm not gonna go on reality TV for that. I'm not. Jordan, go over and hang out with the people you want to hang out with. Please go marry whoever you want to be with, but they're not in this house. And take them here with you, please.
not Trey. What the hell
Wait,
have you been
this
watching?
person is gay? That's funny.
Ain't nobody told me nothing.
I knew Preston when he wasn't gay
Oh,
or out. Is it out? Yeah.
he might have been gay, but he wasn't out. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Preston when he wasn't out. He was just minding his business, figuring himself out. And he has always been the same great, amazing. I will let you have it. He's actually way more subdued and calm than he was when I. So I'm like, that's all Bria get. That's all she get.
Yeah, did you watch what happens live?
No, I haven't.
What? Oh, he was on there on Sunday.
What he say?
And whoo, child. Andy asked him about Potomac. And he was like, "Are you sad to see Robin and Candace go?" And he was like, "Yes, I'm so sad to see Candace go, but I'm so happy for the baby." And here goes Andy. "But what about Robin?" She's like, "I am so sad to see Candace go." I was like,
Preston colorism is real. Mitchum, yes, he does not play those games. And so
right.
he ain't, I've never known him to shy away from any topic, and he has not gotten where he is today from shying away from anything. So let that man mind his business. And if you don't let him mind his business,
Another tidbit. Andy asked him, would you invite anybody from the house to your wedding? And he said, "Oh no, absolutely not."
not one person, not
I
even
think that's something
Jordan,
that
He was
happens
dead.
because
He
he
was
feels
dead
like,
ass serious too.
well,
not
I think
even
that's something
Jordan.
that happens with him regards to this field situation because he also stated out in the atmosphere that in the scene that we'll get to, well, I'll get to it then. Remind me what he said, but remind me to mention what he said at that point. I did want to go ahead and say that Trey says that ha 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 he was just playing the fool, and Trey, it's okay. Everybody plays the fool sometimes. Um,
Everybody plays the fool.
Okay, you know what I'm
Sometimes.
saying? I know that's right. Now, dinner is fun, but Alex notices Jordan is quiet and her energy is off. Jasmine and Silas are expecting their child to be born into the world, and Jasmine is waiting until her second trimester to tell everyone. Silas is on FaceTime and he tells the group that he misses them, and some of the people say, "We miss you," but Preston did not. Preston was like, Uh, Jordan says that she had a dream that she was pregnant. And I think that is really interesting to keep that in mind for where we're going with that. It's time for Breechella. I'm saying Breechella because it sounds so much better than Briachella. It's time for Breechella. I was like, why did you just name it Breechella? Time for Breechella. And she has two alpacas. And Summer says it feels like Coachella when everyone's left. And I said to myself, now that it's been officially confirmed that they will be getting a season 2 reunion, she's gonna have a lot to answer for in those confessionals because she's been throwing a lot of shade. Um, Alex says that Jordan's voice at the final dinner of the episode hasn't been heard or present, and then Jordan opens up about wanting to experience things with her dad as her mom passed away when she was 17, and she feels like there may not be time left the older she gets as the older he gets. This is in relation to her alopecia, putting everything into perspective for her. Uh, and just as that happens, and everyone, says they'll be there for Jordan and reassures her that they are, as a group, are supportive as a whole. Alex goes ahead and says that this is the closest he has felt to. This is the closest he's felt to Jordan the whole. This is the closest he's felt to Jordan the whole year to 2 years that he's known her, and she says, "Well, the reason why you ain't got to know me is because you had my dog fucked up." And I'm like, what happened at that Playboy Club? I always ask that, don't I, Asia? What
Yes.
happened at the Playboy Club that makes them go from like sugar to shit like this? Because she said that Alex had her effed up regarding the whole Shanice situation last year. And the reason why he has not gotten a chance to get to know her on a deeper level is because she didn't like the way that he threw Shanice under the bus last season. Regarding Shanice being a stalker. Shanice then goes ahead and says that it traumatized me, Alex. It traumatized me, Alex. That's my Shanice. You like it? It
Shanice,
traumatized me, Alex.
that was a horrible cry Shanice put on. I'm
What
sorry.
they did it to me, my Lord.
It's
And
almost
this,
like Jordan queued her up.
Well, I mean,
Definitely
it was
color.
definitely something that they had planned to bring up. But
There
Yeah,
was a code. It was a code there.
yeah. Because I didn't
okay,
know why she went from 0 to 100 so quick with that thing with Nick, and then it was just too much.
okay. It was a legal issue and the case was dismissed. She says, but now the ex-boyfriend who was on Insecure for like 5 seconds is suing her for $20,000. Alex and Shanice do finally hug it out, but I don't really think that there was much atonement for Alex and Jordan's conversation because I would have definitely had to address her in that stank ass attitude. Bria says she's being unauthentic. Well, before I get into Bria being unauthentic, you guys make sure that you continue to like and subscribe. We're wrapping up episode 4, moving into episode 5. Asia, what did you think about um, Alex traumatizing Shanice and Jordan have a bad attitude again?
Jordan, like I said, I really want her to go where she wants to be. I want her to go where she wants to be and give it to somebody. Bring Mariah back. Because you use that moment. I was looking forward to that moment because I also had traction alopecia. I mean, you wouldn't know because I got the her. But I have flare ups too, so I thought that it was going to be really nice, like hearing it, seeing it on TV, just to educate people so they can kind of know and see what to look for or what it is when it's happening to them, men and women. And the fact that she took that moment and then started shooting at Alex, like, did you not see? Did y'all? She was shooting at him.
Yeah.
And she's like, girl, we know, like, whatever you thought was gonna happen between you and Alex didn't happen, and it's because of you. The sexual tension between her and Alex is crazy, in my opinion. Like, I see sexual tension between them. Tori, you see sexual tension between them?
I'm trying to understand why all the women in the house want to have sex with.
He's the only
I
single
think
man
it's
in the
because
house.
I
and that
get it.
and his mild manner. Like, I think at the end of the day, every woman, you either want a thug or a thug that's nice to you, or you want a nice, mild mannered guy. But and yeah, he's the only single guy. But I think he's just a nice guy
He a
that
fuck
might
boy
be
though. A little bit of a
some
fuck
women
boy.
can be nice guys. Like,
Yeah.
there is a mix. But I think that, like, if you've been attractive your whole life, but you don't want to be mean to women, I think that is who Alex is. Like, he's attractive, so he knows a lot of women are attracted to him. He's just not necessarily attracted to all of them. Maybe in the past he used to F them all, but now he don't do that anymore. But he still don't want to be with
Well,
one
because
person.
he don't want them to act like Summer.
And I think, I mean, it could. I'm not a tall 6'7" man, that get hoes. So I don't know how he feels, but I feel the sexual tension between them. So I'm mad she ruined that moment. In terms of Shanice, her cry was like so ugly. Like, it was an ugly cry. And again, like, I just hate when pretty girls just act like losers. I don't like when pretty girls act like losers. You're not a loser. Like, be better. And why are you crying over you? Don't you fuck ballers? Like, don't you date men with money? Like, ain't you hoeing Summer because she trying to get like you and date these dudes that you dating? So why you complaining about 5 grand? Get that man, get BJ his 5 grand and keep it moving. Like, which one is it? And why are you traumatized? Like, I'm just so confused. And then to top it off, I'm so glad Alex finally said, like, I didn't Google nobody. I didn't bring this shit up. Like, let's keep it a book. Nick sent me that because Nick was the one who was actually in Shanice's DMs. Let's think about this. Nick was in Shanice's DMs. Nick was probably good, and I love me some Nick now. But Nick probably was the one researching everybody. He said that's Alex. And Alex, they played the tape that Alex said, oh, I think it'd be good, since we're going to talk about it, I think it'd be good for her to get in front of it. Then Jasmine brought it up. So, and Alex was just like, all right, whatever. But I think to bring it into season 2, he's just like, yeah, I'm clearing this up right now. I didn't Google nobody. He pretty much said, I don't care about none of you hoes. Okay?
That's true.
He
So
did.
as this happens, I'm sorry, as this happens, I forgot to break that down. As that happens with the you traumatized me, Alex. Um,
Loser.
as that happens, Alex says that he's tired of taking the heat, and he says that Nick is the one who was Googling everyone, and Nick was like, me, I can't believe I did something. Um, give it up, Nick. You're messy.
Ain't
And
he?
so yeah, he is. And so Nick says, well, hold up. If I'm going down, everybody's going down. And so as Jasmine tries to play peacemaker into the situation, he says, hold on, boo, because you messy too. Let's get you into this. Come on, come on over here. Because you were the one, after we all researched it with Bria and everyone, you were the one who said, let's put it on the table and have a conversation about it, although none of us wanted to. Ooh. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. You know, that kind of, Jordan says that if Jordan feels like she rode for Shanice and that's why she couldn't get close to Alex, then that definitely had to be a deal breaker for her and Jasmine as well. That's when the light came on for me. Oh, it's other stuff other than just, you were acting like a Stepford wife, and that's not the true personality, and your husband got on my nerves. It's also that Jasmine's sneaky. Now we gotta. I like Jasmine. Y'all know she's one of my faves. But I gotta be honest. I gotta be fair across the board, like I try to
She
be.
is sneaky though.
She is sneaky for doing that because she had the conversation, sat back, and brought it out as if she brought the conversation as if she was looking for clarity when she actually plotted to bring the conversation up to embarrass that damn girl. And that's why Jordan don't
Jasmine was
fuck with her.
producing, okay?
Yeah, she's
Jasmine has
producing, but listen, you can't get mad at the cast members when you're producing the cast, but you acting like you cast. Either you produce or you cast. Which one is it?
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Yeah. There has to be something else between
It's coming out
Jordan
slowly
and
unraveling.
Jasmine. Yeah, it gotta be because the way she avoids Jasmine like the plague to me in the house.
But do you see how angry she was at Alex for trying Shanice? She's definitely got to feel some type of way. Or if she didn't know, you know what I mean? Maybe she knew the conversation was had, but if she did not know the conversation was had and she hears this, it will further cement why she does not fuck with Jasmine because she's fake.
Right,
You get what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, I agree.
Like, maybe I didn't know, but now hearing this, I'll be like, see, I knew I went crazy. You fake. You know what I
it
mean?
gotta be something else because the what she
Obviously.
claims she's mad at doesn't make any sense.
Any sense.
Or
So
maybe Jasmine turned her down.
Stop.
No, I'm joking. Ha ha ha. Joke. Come on, you guys.
stop acting like that.
No. Uh, you traumatized me, Alex.
Shit,
Um,
that was a loser cry. That was so lame.
it was like she was trying to get it out. In the words of Mariah Huck, Miss Quad wanted to cry, but she just couldn't squeeze that tear out. Uh, Bria says that she was being unauthentic to her true self and that she does not want Mariah to stay at the house. Jasmine is shocked and doesn't know what to think, and she's becoming frustrated. And she says that she feels like Bria is playing her. She says her mom was a two-time resilient convicted felon, and she can't get nothing past her. I'm trying to figure out what they have to do anything. But if she orchestrating these scenes like she orchestrating them.
That made me laugh because I'm like, what does that have to do with any of this?
I guess she said mom ain't get away with nothing, so you ain't gonna get away with nothing. I don't know. I don't get. I don't. Maybe she was. I would just said I was born that night, but not last night. Jab, you trying to be sassy with it, popping, throwing that shit. That's not you, boo.
That
Just come
didn't
on, be sweet,
land. It
Jasmine.
just didn't land. You didn't land that
Yeah,
plane.
just be messy and get caught up in your mess like everybody else, girl. Come on. Just be messy. That's all you got to do. All right. I still rock with you. You dead ass wrong, though. And you dead ass wrong for this too. And I'm gonna get into why I feel like Jasmine dead ass wrong for this too. Jasmine is shocked and she doesn't know what to think. She's becoming increasingly frustrated. And Bria says that she doesn't want anyone in the house who is messing with her mental peace. Bria gets upset and says, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm Bria. I'm just keeping it real. And was it me or did she kind of like Milo in that moment? I don't know. She did kind of like Milo. But by the way, can I just say that although in that moment she liked Milo, she is beat to capacity in those confessionals, honey.
She's pretty.
Like I saw a confessional today when I was a recap, and I was like, she is breathtaking. Like, whoa, I really just was getting into Bria.
She very
Um,
good.
yes. Uh, but disturb her mental peace, even though Bria disturbs everyone's mental peace ad nauseum. Uh, because she's just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm Bria. And I keep it real. Um, Jasmine is confused because she says Bria made up with Summer, who definitely put her hands on you. So she is super confused as to why she can't make up with Mariah. And I got to give Jasmine that one. Kudos to you.
Right.
Bravo, baby.
Absolutely right.
Bravo. Because Summer pushed Jasmine, Bria, the way that Bria trying to make everybody believe that Mariah pushed her. And Mariah, I watched it yesterday because I wanted to make sure I was not tripping. Now, this is what I honestly saw, right? In my opinion, where Mariah was wrong was she did a couple of things wrong in that instant after watching it yesterday. A, she jumped to conclusions. She saw the dog stuff with the community pool towels or whatever, and she said, "I told you to keep your dog stuff, separate from everything. I even did it personally. So to find this back in there, you got me effed up, right? Did you ask her? Did you put the stuff in there? No, you didn't. You
Okay,
jumped to conclusion. No,
okay,
but I'm fair. I'm very fair now.
I like it.
I like who I like, but I'm fair. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that way, when I say I don't care, I like them anyway. Y'all know I've weighed all the situation. That doesn't care. Anyway, yes. So then she takes the items, right? Well, they arguing back and forth, calling each other the B word. Watch your tongue. Watch your tongue. Bria's watch your tongue. Watch your tongue. And what she also does, in my opinion, Mariah, was she violated her personal space. She did not physically assault her, but you're still in my personal space. And you being rude by not handing me my dog items in my hand. You put them on my chest. She didn't do it aggressively. She said, "Here go your stuff." Now you've invaded my space. So if you touch me, I can knock you out. Don't play with me. You get what I'm saying? Bria is weird because if you did not do that, just say you didn't do that. So to me, Bria is a girl looking for an argument. You get what I'm saying? You had already been, at this point, we only 2 episodes into the season, right? You brought in a dog without everybody knowing. You're getting on everybody's nerves. The dog stuff everywhere. You are aggravating. And you have to understand that it does not take much more after you've aggravated everybody 2 episodes in a row for you to breathe the wrong way and somebody will knock your head off, girl.
So let me ask this question. Anybody
And
else?
Amir, hold on, wait, before I'm almost done. But Amir needs to take accountability because he was just over in the corner like, you guys, I kind of, he should have went over there and said, "Y'all stop, it's my fault, I did it." And he could have squashed that before I went any further. He opted not to. And then what he did that really made me not like him last season, and I think you may remember this, Asia, was Mariah was distraught that she was leaving. He went to go tell her bye and gave her a hug and said he was going to miss her. No, you need to give her a hug and say, "Girl, it's my fault, you leaving."
Yeah.
I do not like that. So that's what happened in the situation. Let me finish breaking this down, and then Tori B, I'm gonna get to you. Okay. I just wanted to get to that because I did just watch it yesterday, just so I can be fresh for you guys today. Yes. So Jasmine brings up the fact that Summer beat your ass and you friends with her, but you can't be friends with Mariah. I'm confused, and I am too. I'm not gonna lie. Even though all of that happened, it's just a bunch of. I just feel like all 3 of them need to apologize, take accountability for their parts, and move forward. It's really not that big of a deal. Bria says that she's gonna blow up if she suppresses herself any longer, and Preston sitting in the corner like, blow up, just blow up. Nobody cares, girl. So Jasmine begins to cry with frustration. But as she begins to cry with frustration, she says that she did not need any of this drama and mess from the group. She's going through a lot. She recognized that she came into the house isolated from the group as a whole, outside of Alex and Bria this season, and she came in to have fun. And she needed them for support because Silas was not going to be there. And she's also very poorly, secretly hiding her pregnancy from the house. And she's going through a lot. As we move into episode 5, Jasmine continues and says that she owns that it's not all on Bria, and that she didn't think of her while inviting Mariah because her husband deployed and it could be extended at any moment. Her mama have been in and out of jail. She prayed that don't nobody know it. There's just a lot going on. So with that being said, that wraps up that issue. And I guess let me go ahead and get this out of the way because y'all, we like to jump over here. So Bria says that Mariah violated her, and she isn't taking any disrespect anymore. And so when everybody had us fucked up last season, y'all gonna have to see these hands this season. And Preston says, if he was the only one who opposed Phil coming into the house, Phil would still be there. Bria says that's not true because she told him personally how he affected her. I mean, how he affected Preston last season, and he wouldn't do that. But it, he says that they would have did it anyway, and so then they begin to argue as well. They take shots and then they leave. Preston says he's over Bria's hurt because it's always so much more than everyone else's. Meanwhile, Bria is in the other car yelling at Alex because Alex pointed out that Jasmine could be hurt as well, and she didn't want to hear that. And if nobody has my back, me and my dog was my best friend are leaving this show tonight. And everybody was like, bye. As her best friend is currently tearing the hell up out of that room, baby. Bible tore the hell up out of that room. I was hollering. Mama, you didn't have to do the room like that, baby. You didn't have to do your best friend like that. All right, y'all. So we broke it down the whole entire dinner, and when they come back to the house, up until Milo is breaking up things in the room, he's showing his best friend how much he truly appreciates her. And Tori B, what did you think about the rest of the dinner? Bria versus Jasmine, Bria versus Preston.
So I don't know who else owns a dog. I know I own a dog.
I'm scared of dogs. I don't play that.
So as a dog owner, I don't do dog hair. My dog is not allowed on my bed. My dog is not allowed. He might be able to come on my couch, but he don't shed like that. So I kind of understand why Mariah was so upset, because even that, you share in the house with people, you should give them common courtesy and say, I'm bringing my dog. And that's where I believe Bria was wrong and very annoying with that. Number one, but otherwise than that, Jasmine, I'm tired of Bria. Honestly, why everybody has a problem with regulating their emotions in this house. As adults, right? We should use our words and have constructive conversation, and you should be able to receive feedback or criticism. It doesn't mean you have to be a bitch. It doesn't mean you have to be mean. You can say what you got to say without being so reactive. And I'm saying that as a reactive person.
I was gonna say that, huh? But you better recognize what's going on.
All right, without being if I have to live with somebody, I'm going to learn how to communicate properly. So that's really my issue. Jasmine going to blame her little outburst on her pregnancy. So I already know what that's going to be about. And, that comes up later. But it's just like Bria needs to learn how to regulate her emotions. You kind of push down your feelings and your emotions. So why should everybody else be, affected in a way? And why do you have to blow up? It shouldn't get to that point. You should learn how to regulate your emotions and learn how to talk to your housemates and have that, work out better than what it did. Because that was insane. Y'all constantly blowing up at dinner. And this is for everybody, because obviously it was Jordan, it was Summer, it was Bria, it was Jasmine. Like all the women constantly blew up, basically. Except for Shanice blew up too. No, the only one is Noelle.
Much, Alex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the only one was Noelle. So that's how I feel about it.
And Noelle is she's just a beacon of light and truth. Asia, before I get to you, I did want to go ahead and say, my bad. Asia, before I get to you, I did want to go ahead and say that I also needed to call out Jasmine in that moment, because regardless to whatever happened, you being blindsided, you are also wrong because you were sneaky as hell about the way you went about bringing Mariah to the house. And the reason why Mariah is not at the house is not because she did not try to beat Bria ass. It's because of your ass. It's your fault that Mariah's not staying there this season. I don't know what's going on. Asia got to take herself off.
Huh?
Okay.
So I will say this: Bria acts her age. Bria's 27 now. She was 26 the year before, and Bria acts her age. So now that I know how old Bria is, everything makes sense. I also agree with you, Chase. And this past weekend was the first time that I saw what Mariah did wrong, because I paid attention. Like I rewatched it, like you did. Mariah should never have, she didn't even have to say anything about it in that moment, but she decided to. For a drama or whatever, she did. If I was Bria, I personally would not want Mariah back in my space because how Mariah came at me. I wouldn't lie and say, oh, she assaulted me or whatever. But I will say, Bria had no clue whatsoever what Mariah was even talking about in that moment. She just did not even understand what Mariah was saying because she didn't do it. Amir needs to take more accountability, and I think
Absolutely.
that is the reason I don't see it for Amir at all. Like I don't dislike him all of last season or this season, but I don't like Amir because of that one thing. It's like protect these women and be a peacemaker, like be this good guy you are. Like we see two Black women acting like this, like step in. Like the girls need guidance. So I said all that to say I wouldn't want Mariah in my house either for that reason because she made me feel uncomfortable when I didn't do anything. And I think like Mariah didn't have to say anything.
But
Mariah
she
didn't.
made it with Summer so quick, and Summer beat her ass.
Well, I have to say this too. Summer two-pieced that hoe, but
She
also
did. She
she
did.
two-pieced her.
And Bria had a little ponytail when it happened. That's even more embarrassing.
Well, Summer was apologetic, and
We didn't give
Mariah.
Mariah a chance to apologize because remember, they voted Mariah out, but Nick wanted to have Mariah present, and she said, no, she can't be here. I don't know. So you didn't even give her a chance.
I get that. I will. I didn't even think about that, but I will say Summer was apologetic, and Mariah wasn't. Um, and I think in the moment when Summer like attacked Bria, they were drunk and like in a moment. Whereas when Mariah approached Bria, it was just they were leaving about to go have fun, and it was like out of nowhere, and it ruined her mood. So emotionally, if I was 26, like I would have popped off too. Like I would have popped off back, like girl, I don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, you and your moon, sun, whatever. Like I would have just started talking shit too. So
Tori B, since you're talking so much in the chat, you got something you want to add? No, I'm joking.
I'm engaging with the people.
All right. So we are here. Milo was tearing that room up, baby. Jasmine speaks with Shanice, and she apologizes for her role in the stalking situation. Shanice explains that she had to take out a loan to pay her lawyer's fees of over $5,000. And I liked that, although Jasmine was, but you know what it gives me? First season. It's a camera here. We all on TV. I'm excited. Let me go ahead and get in the mix. You know what I mean? And I think this may be more of who Jasmine truly is to the core of her, or maybe I don't know, because last season she was so on one extreme, and this season she's so on the other. I would actually like to see Jasmine a third year, without the baby, or without being pregnant at least. You know what I mean? To kind of get a true feel of who she is. I think that she's somewhere in the middle, a little messy like everybody else, but
Well,
not to that
Silas might
degree.
be back.
Well, you know what? I
You
watched her.
see Asia's face is like,
But I know y'all this is gonna be unpopular opinion, but I watched last season and Silas was definitely a big source of drama in the house because he was so annoying that at this point everybody's been saying it's boring. Maybe he should come back. Especially if Jasmine felt like nobody had her back, nobody was her friend, nobody wanted to interact with her. You think he gonna come back next season and let them dog her like they dogged her this year? Answer no.
that's
And
true.
I wanna see it.
I don't mind Silas being back, but I
I
want
want
him
to
to
see the
come back
puppet though.
changed. Like I want him to come back different, not verbally abusing his wife.
He's gonna be even worse. Well, now, yeah, that it was that I forgot about how hard it was watching them towards the end of the season. Everybody wanted her to get a divorce. Thought she was gonna get a divorce, but she showed up with a baby. Damn.
She ain't leaving that man, just like
She didn't even. She liked the
the
punk.
other one ain't leaving Nick.
Oh, Tasia.
Tasia not leaving Nick. Jasmine not leaving Silas.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Bria comes downstairs and asks Nick, why he didn't have her back. And he said, well, you yelled at me. And she said, I thought you called me a hoe. And he was like, no. And she said, well, if you ever want to know what's going on upstairs, you can just come upstairs and get in the bed with me and be my emotional support.
No,
Her
sleep
sleep
support.
support, excuse me. Be her sleep support. And everybody was like, what? She was like, just cuddles, Yeah, and a rock hard penis, because ain't no way. Nick
That
and that
was the
shaboinka.
weirdest shit ever. I was like, what kind of
Nick
shit?
got a big old shaboinka. Let me hush, child. Nick and that shaboinka. He was in those bicycle speedos last season, and I watched that episode, and I was like, oh my god. I didn't realize Nick had such a shaboinka. So you think Nick gonna be able to sleep support that shaboinka about as long as Nick is, child? You know what it is?
Not an Oscar Mayer wiener.
They are so cognizant of these cameras and so cognizant of their relationships, and it sucks because if this is the Real Housewives of New York or the other Summer House or Winter House, some people would have shaboinked and just made up an excuse to their boyfriends, and that's what we want to see. They want to. Poor Bria is so horny right now. I just feel so bad for that sister. Look what she needs to get. I almost said something wildly
Maybe that's
inappropriate.
her issue. Maybe she needs some penis. That
And
might
then so Simon finna come break off. He just don't like no brother that's gonna break it off. Anyway, Nick declines and says that Simon's gonna visit, catch them in the bed together, and say, "Who are you?" And Nick's gonna say, "I'm sleep support." And I was like, "This show makes me laugh from time to time."
Nick is
Jasmine
funny.
says that Silas had a deployment party, and Bria was one of the only ones out of the group who showed up. So she wants to consider her feelings. And she lets her know that Mariah still is coming to everything else. She just won't be staying in here because you act like you're so scared of her. And you probably are because you know Mariah is the one that's not going to put up with that bullshit like everybody else in this house do.
period.
The group plays basketball, and Preston and Bria talk and make amends. And he tells her that she's still a brat, but Preston will agree to speak with Phil over FaceTime. You guys, I just want to know if you want to speak on anything, but most importantly, what did you think about Jasmine apologizing to Shanice for being sneaky, as well as Bria looking for some sleep support?
No notes.
Well, Trey says, not the shaboinka.
The Shaboinka, baby, go on back and watch season 1, episode 2 or 3. And Nick had on some bicycle shorts. And I said, is that the Shaboinka all the way over there like that?
Let me tell you something. Nick act like he do for a reason.
Mm.
Girl, I got hot. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. I got
That's
that.
the
Oh, I
first.
can't lie.
Last
can't
time you
lie.
did that, you was crying. Anyway.
Oh, Lord. I can't lie now. Let me tell you something about.
I say Nick acts like Nick acts for a reason. And so does Alex. Like, let's just not be real. They are very tall guys. And yeah. One just dressed like a dictionary and the other one dressed like not a dictionary, but
Oh, my God. Y'all like, seriously? Like, whoa. I was just so up. Girl, I was
one
like,
dressed like
I don't
John
remember that
Legend.
Shaboinka sitting so fat to the side like that.
Nick, act like they act like.
Oh my God,
Okay.
Lord Jesus.
I
Summer
can
broke up for that basketball.
say
I mean, Shanice broke up for that basketball because the group goes out and Bria brings Milo to the club. The club turned Milo away, and thus Bria was stuck in the car with her dog. Um, she calls Simon, who says he's frustrated with her, and she says he's frustrated with her as they've been arguing over the last couple of episodes. She's been away from him for more than a month, and she cooks and cleans for that white man. I mean to say, oh,
Technical difficulties. Y'all paused for a minute.
okay, there we go. I was,
was I supposed to?
Yes.
girl, now y'all know me. Y'all know I got mad as hell. I said, I know she's bad at cooking and cleaning for that. Like she damn Florence off the Jeffersons. Oh, but you is kind, you is smart, and you is important, Bria. Um, Just really quickly, why would she bring a dog to the club and think she was gonna get in?
I've never, I've
I would
never.
never go into the club with a dog. I'm sorry.
But why would you? Somebody could step on the dog. Like, why would you? I don't get it. I'd be so like my dog would not be good in a place like that. I don't understand why she thought that was gonna work.
I told y'all why.
Woo. It was y'all got to go back because that thing was a thing of beauty, man. I'm telling you what. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. Y'all, so let's talk about something else. Okay. The group is getting ready for Amir's. Oh my goodness. Now from one to the next, y'all, because Lord Jesus, the group is getting ready for Amir's rodeo day in Preston. Booty at. Guess what I say? Preston as a thick, because Preston, in my opinion, is not fat. A thick black gay man on television in his speedo with his jockstrap, you give it work, honey. I lived, girl, because guess what? The body images that we see on television are not always those bodily images. And I don't give a damn who like it. I don't give a damn who don't like it. You be you. You be your authentic self. You walk in your oneness, and you be you, bitch. And you live. I live. Thank you.
Yeah, he owned that because he went online and said, y'all gonna get this work, whether you like it or not. He
Save
definitely
it for your husband. Save it for your husband. I know I would see my man. I would be like, I know my man ass sitting on television on screen, and I ain't there.
I was surprised.
I was too. When I lived, you know what I mean. I was like, yes, Preston Martin, give them cakes. Asia, did Preston give the people cakes?
I wasn't surprised. He did. He got some ass back there.
Okay, yeah, he do. I didn't know. I was okay. Like, assy.
Now, I think, like I said, it may be a little boring or a slow start, but to be honest, this is the kind of stuff I like to see. It's relatable.
No, I like that too because it's like it's cool. It's cool. I just need a little bit more juice. Period. But
It
this
will
doesn't
get
bother
there.
me.
I think we have to. I think overall, like even with this jockstrap, like season one, I think people would have been like, now it's at a season two. We know Preston a little bit more. Go off Preston. So I think we have to ease into a lot of stuff. Like, let's be honest, this is not a white cast, and if they would have came out the gate with a lot of this stuff, it would not have even got us season two. So let's ease into a lot of this. They do need to bring some more single men around, but
They got to.
kudos to seeing the booty chaps.
Yeah. So we're at not Amir's thing. Excuse me. We're getting ready for Amir's thing. Preston Booty at, and he goes ahead and says that he's ready to speak with Phil. Phil says that he was drunk when he came to the house and apologizes, and that he has been in therapy for over a year at this point. He definitely knows that he messed up, and Preston forgives him, and Phil asks him to pass the message amongst the other gentlemen. Excuse me, it's rodeo day. And did y'all see Alex and the Maryland horses? Oh Lord Jesus. I didn't realize I needed a man to the night, y'all. I guess I'm never gonna be cast on that show. They're gonna be like, ain't you the one that was lusting over us on YouTube? I'm gonna be like, man, y'all know y'all cute dog. Come on now. I don't want y'all, but damn.
That's something nice to look at.
Yeah, Nick ain't never gonna wear a speedo around me, Lord Jesus. He ain't got to because I'm gonna speak rewind the episode back and pausing it.
I ain't never smiles over here because this is hilarious.
Moose knuckle. I'm just saying, like y'all, it just was just.
I don't think. Can I be honest? Like off subject a little bit, but the cast that is there is needed in terms of the men. Like it's needed. It's necessary.
We gotta have 2 more single men in.
Let's add them in, but that core of men is good. Like Silas being gone is honestly good. Add some more single men in to the mix to give Alex some like play, but those are some good core guys.
But here's what though.
Why we can't add the
I
whole?
think they're gonna either take out Nick or Alex next season. That's what I think.
No, there's no reason to take out either one of them. There be zero
How many
reason.
people gonna have in the house?
Huh?
How many people gonna have in that house?
Have
Amir,
you seen the other house? It's like 1,000 dudes. It's 1,000. There's thousands of people in that
I'm just
house.
speaking from my Bravo casting hat. That's all. Like
No, have you casted for Bravo before?
I have,
Okay. And then why do the white shows get to have more people than the black shows?
huh?
why the white cast has more people than the black shows? That's why I
That
said take Amir.
I don't do budgeting. I said casting. I've
Okay,
casted.
and then we're not paying the black people as much as we're paying the white people. Let's not even act like we are.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Allegedly.
All I know is, even if you look at the trajectory of the way Bravo casts their shows, if you look at Summer House now, I think it's like 3 or 4 guys on the show, and that's it. And they do rotate those guys out after a
No,
couple of
they
seasons.
keep the same 3 or 4 core guys, and then they rotate all the other guys.
Yeah, but we already got what, 4? I don't see them
4.
keeping both. I don't see them keeping both. I don't. To me,
Amir could
I'm
go.
not saying they need
Amir
to
can
go.
leave.
Amir
I'm
could
not
go.
saying they need to go. I'm saying I
No,
don't see them keeping them.
because Nick brings the Tasia dog. Now, what they really need to do is just cast Tasia part time.
But what about the guy Noel was flirting with in the water? Because he was fine. Now
He
he
was
more my
fine.
type.
He was just
Ooh, he
somebody's
was
friend,
my
all
type.
right?
That's what I'm saying. They can rotate them out. I think the hardest part is it being on Martha's Vineyard and they can't drive in. They actually have to fly in or boat in. But no, they can find something else to do. I don't think that they should get rid of anybody on this cast, primarily because it's just season 2. Like, we got to keep this forward going.
Well, I think this is a good comment here about them having friends or guests. They did
Yeah.
last season. There was Shanice only came on the weekends, and then they had Jason with American Cookies. They had Jason. Who they had Jason? Who who was like a friend. And this year they're doing the whole Friends weekend kind of thing that they're doing with Mariah and Phil coming in town for the weekend. So I think that they're recognizing that they need to have people to come in to stimulate the core. I also feel like give me Shanice or Summer, but one of them I don't need either. Or unfortunately, they're not gonna get rid of Jordan. She's a Giselle. They're not gonna ever get rid of her. She's gonna have to quit. But I can take a Shanice or a Summer. I don't need both.
I think you can take Amir and you can take some Shanice. They can both go. To be
Okay.
honest, Shanice doesn't give us much. At least Summer gives us drama. Shanice gives us crying and mad about her
You
ugly ass.
hurt me so much. All right, you guys, we about to wrap it up. It's rodeo day. And whoa, look at that horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse.
God, look at that horse.
Look at that horse. Anyway, Jesus. Jasmine texts the group and says that there's a special guest joining them for dinner. Everyone's already guessing who the guest is. And baby, Bria, looking for a fight, says it must be Mariah. Although she told you Mariah was not going to be in that house outside of the activities. So why she thought it was Mariah and think somebody's coming for her, I would never know. It will also be Apollo night. Amir calls his girlfriend Natalie, who did not look into the camera, maybe because she was driving, or maybe because she just got a bad attitude and he needs to break up with her immediately. The girls are at the hot tub, and Summer and Noel speak about Alex. Summer says it wasn't her intention to make Noel look bad or look stupid. And Summer says that she should have told Noel that Alex has been inside of her and how many times she's made him ejaculate, because I don't think we got allowed to say the CUM word, but ejaculate. And then she storms off, as she always does, not a blinking sight. Noel then comes into the house and tells Jasmine about what just happened, while Amir is sitting in the kitchen eating. Jasmine and Amir are confused, and so am I. As Noel and Summer go out to the side to talk more about what happened, Noel apologizes for making Summer feel ambushed, and I just said she just is just too damn nice. Because I would never apologize. I'm never gonna apologize. I'm never gonna apologize to you, Summer. It's never gonna happen. You guys, what'd you think about Noel versus Summer? Asia, give it to me now.
I don't think anything of it.
Okay.
I'm pissed at Noel for apologizing. What are
I
you
would never
apologizing for?
apologize for that hoe.
What are you apologizing for?
We don't like that lame shit, so no.
Yeah, what are you apologizing for? Why did this girl have to mention about the whatever sexual escapades her and Alex did have? Why? And why are you still talking about it? So for me, Summer is very annoying because I don't get it. Stop saying that you're not bothered. You clearly are. You clearly miss his penis. Something of that nature. Stop lying to us, the viewers, and everybody else saying this when you keep dropping bombs like this is okay.
It definitely was better than she alluded to. The phone lines are open if you guys want to call in and talk to us about Summer House as we wrap out the last scene of the last two scenes of the episode 5. Again, the phone lines are open. But yeah, that D was definitely way better than she gave her credit for because he murdered in me.
Let's clear this up. Bria asked, did Noel and
Well, Bria did set
Summer,
it up, and Noel asked her what
right?
happened.
Bria asked, did y'all clear it up? I know somebody in the comments is saying, but they asked her. No, they said, did y'all clear it up? She wasn't supposed to
I
say.
still wouldn't apologize for discussing it. It's on the table. I'm not apologizing for that.
It's loser energy from Pretty Girls. Like, I'm sorry. That's the one thing that I don't like about this. Is like,
Are they kissing Summer's ass? I don't get it because it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. I'll be like, all right, girl. Well, clearly you missed the D.
Well, the
Every
thing
chance
is,
you get, you mentioning it.
Summer doesn't blink, and they have knives in the house. So,
stop.
all right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and break down the last two scenes of the episode, and we're gonna see you next Monday. Um, all right, it's dinner time, and it is time for Jasmine to introduce her guest, who she says has been with the house the whole time. Um, Everyone's like, what? She says that they have become her chosen family. And with that being said, she asked them to raise their glasses, raise your drinks, you guys, if you have one, and a toast to baby Cooper. And everyone is excited except for Jasmine.
Yep.
Jordan.
However, the only
Jordan.
person that
You mean
embraced, excuse
you
me,
mean
the only person that embraced her was Noelle. And that's who's truly happy for her. I think that everyone is happy that she's having a baby, but they could care less. And Jordan is just not able to give it up at all. I think that it's interesting that episode 4, she made the mention of her having a dream about being pregnant. And now Jasmine is the one who's pregnant. And so I don't think that's sitting too well with Jordan, in my opinion. Some people are calling her bitter. I don't want to call a woman bitter. Um, I don't, and if anybody else do, that's totally fine. You know what I mean? But I don't want to say it. However, I do think that she's not elated at all at the fact that Jasmine is pregnant, and it just deserves to be talked about because it's kind of lame. Now we'll call you lame. So it's a little lame, and Jordan continues down that beaten path of Lane Road and Loser Avenue. Tori B.
Yeah, that was a big red flag for me. She's not happy for anybody. I feel like Jordan is just very unhappy.
Oh wait, before we get to that, I'm sorry. Let me also end that by saying Jordan also says that she's happy for Jasmine as it's her first child, but she is not sure if
Yes.
it is Silas's first child. And I said, "Yo, that's it. You miserable hating ass
Yeah, she's miserable.
person."
That's why that's why she comes off very miserable. That's really sad. I'm a girl's girl, like me and my friends, whatever wins they have, I'm celebrating. When we going out, when we going to dinner, like that is not, it's not cute, especially if y'all had a friendship prior and you're still being nasty and mean and bitter. You can't be excited for her that she's pregnant. Like it's just really sad to watch. And I don't know. I don't know if I really want to watch another season of a woman behaving like this towards other women. You don't gotta like somebody, but you could also, be happy for them. Obviously, Jasmine is happy and excited about this baby. You could say congratulations. The fact that Noelle was the one who prayed and really asked for a safe delivery and all of this speaks volumes. She's new to the group.
But Noelle also seems to be building a genuine friendship with Jasmine, and she does go ahead and lead the table in a prayer. And I just thought that was so touching. I love Noelle. Asia, where are you landing on all of the pregnancy and Jordan of it all?
Very happy for her. Their baby is beautiful. I feel bad that she had to go through her pregnancy alone without her spouse. But I'm also happy that she got to go through her pregnancy without her spouse because he probably would just get on her nerves.
He would have got
Like,
on my nerves big time.
he
Especially that's
would
not his first child. Jasmine's no Jordan knows she taking for that shit. Go ahead, Asia. I'm sorry.
he would have got on her nerves. Now when it comes to Jordy Jor, bitch. Like just disgusting. I think if we didn't know that Jordan was jealous of Jasmine before, if we could blame it on anything else, like we no longer can. Jordan is 100% jealous of Jasmine. And I hate to say this, but Silas was right about Jordan. Silas was 100% right about Jordan, top to bottom, beginning to end, alpha to omega. Like, it's cool. It's cool being friends with Jasmine when she's the fun party friend, but when she finds her happiness, we got a problem. She's being inauthentic. She's changing. Now, she was a bit much last season, we all
Oh,
agree.
she was overkill.
But give her that was she hadn't even been married for like 3 months at that point. Like I don't even think it had been that long. They had literally just got married. So everybody, let's cut it some slack. There's no there's nobody who I can ever say that I called my friend at some point that I would treat like that. I treat my enemies like that. I treat people I don't like Jordan is treating Jasmine. And that's it. So they were never friends. They were acquaintances. They were what were the Playboy bunnies together? They were waitresses
They were
together and all
co-workers.
that co-workers. But guess what? Cousin, sister, cousin, she wasn't it, and that was not that. Because it was nasty. The disgusting part was insinuating Silas had an outside baby. Why would you ever in your life introduce that? But you're so Potomac. Go. Like, please leave. Because it was disgusting. That was nasty. That was nasty, nasty work.
Nasty work, yeah. I will say this, even though the season is the way it's progressing, right? I think that this reunion is gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a lot of dues being paid at the reunion. And I honestly think that the reunion may save this show and turn it around because if they come to that reunion ready to go, like I know Preston's gonna be ready to go, I know Bria's gonna be ready to go, I know Shanice is gonna be ready to go, and Summer's gonna be ready to go. But Jasmine gonna have to step up. Jordan's gonna be ready to go and step up. Alex and Nick are gonna have to be ready to go. Like everybody needs to fight for their spot at this reunion, pretty much, because they have things that they need to talk about and put out on the table, and it needs to be addressed. Jasmine's gonna have to bring up, you said that about my husband. I didn't appreciate that. You know what I mean?
And that's going to be ugly.
It's gonna. There's no way that's gonna be pretty.
How
There's no
how are you
way.
going to address the former? I mean, somebody you thought was your friend saying some shit like that? How do you?
Because Jordan loved talking about violations. That was a violation. That was a violation.
She
Girl, what
violates her
was
friends
that?
left and right.
Girl, you know it's a violation because it's something that you would do. Trash. Like that was y'all no, that was
That was disgusting.
absolutely
I
terrible.
gotta be honest. I didn't
So
like it.
what you're saying is she's projecting. Jordan projects everything on everybody else, and I would,
Every,
yeah.
everything. Silas was right. I hope Silas show up to the reunion. So we're
I
gonna
hope
do
you
reunion
Well,
do.
they
with
love to put a
season one.
husband behind you at the reunion, child.
Cause baby, like that was absolutely disgusting. And like, girl, where did you grow up? And real quick about Jordan, and I gotta put it on the floor so I can get it out. Jordan was crying when her hair was falling out, and her mom talking about her mom passed away, how she had to step up as a 31-year-old and all this other stuff. But it doesn't give struggle because when you ride in English horses, aren't you an equestrian? So which one is it? Like, were you struggling then and you had to pose nude, or are you just a bitch and you want to? like make us feel bad for you in a certain type of way because you are an only child and you have to step up and be there for your family. Which one is it? I don't get her. She bragged about living on Park Avenue. Like,
It's a
which one
self
is it?
flex, you know.
Is it?
Like to her,
Okay.
I don't care where you stay, to be honest with you. But I do notice that there's a pattern with her. Every violation that she says that other people, I notice there's a pattern with Jordan, and that everything that she says is a violation that people do to her, she does to others. She said that Jordan violated, excuse me, Jordan said that uh, Summer violated her by telling Jasmine that she had alopecia. Meanwhile, she's told all of the viewing public that Summer was making out with a random guy in front of her Park Avenue building. She's gone ahead and said that Jasmine was not fake and, you know, did not foster a space for her to be herself in their friendship. While meanwhile, she's going ahead and telling everybody that Jasmine's husband allegedly may or may not have other children out of wedlock or out of their marriage, at least, excuse me. So now it just begs and opens up a whole new can of worms for everyone. You know, she turns on these switches off and on with these with the men, and you know, as far as like she was gonna kick Alex's ass over Shanice,
Yeah.
when if she just would have asked or confronted him when it happened and been open to how she didn't agree with what he did, she would have found out that he was not the only one. He was just the face behind the mess. However, there was three or four other hands being messy right along with his ass. So you know, she just does a lot of things that she doesn't say, that she says that she doesn't like other people to do. And so, yes, it does beg to me. It's giving projection. It's giving a lot of things that she says that she's against as a strong black woman. Strong black women don't
Throw other
don't
sisters under the bus.
get well, don't throw the sisters and their husbands under the bus.
Yeah.
Strong
Yeah.
black women do not look like they're not in support of other women having the things that they said that she wants. She just had a dream about being pregnant. She's constantly talking about being single. She may not want Jasmine's life, but she wants a life of her own, most
She wants
certainly.
Jasmine's
So,
life,
well,
and
I
she
mean,
wants
but
the
listen,
Alex.
I can want to be married and not want your marriage. I don't want your life. I do want to be married, but I don't want your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what that means is, if I'm happy for you and what God has blessed you with, then that means that He sees or that it is being shown that I show appreciation for something that I want for myself. So therefore, when you channel things that you know happiness and things that you see in other people that you want, it by osmosis and by goodwill and good deeds comes to you. You cannot
Mhm.
be blessed being shitty to other people during their blessings. That's their blessing. And that's how Jasmine got it. I don't want nothing Jasmine got. Me personally, I would love to be married. I don't want her marriage. I don't want her man. But if that's what make her happy, good for her. And that's something that Jordan is going to have to reconcile with. It just seems like there's a lot of cast members on this show who are used to being the only baddest bitch in the room, being the only this, the only that, the only person with a bad
Oh,
attitude, the only person with a temper, the only person who can blow up. When everybody in this house is blowing up and doing all these things, baby, you're not the only one, love. So everybody needs to check themselves before they wreck themselves, because while the show is a great show and we're rooting for these characters to pull it together, it has become, in some cases, a chore to watch.
I
There you
think
have it. Y'all have
Jordan.
anything y'all want to say before we sip on that though?
I think
Clock it.
Jordan
You
is
know, in the
jealous
words
of
of
Summer
Crystal
too.
Kamiko, I kind of just clocked it a little bit. Did you guys have anything you want to say?
Jordan is also jealous of Summer.
Oh, sookie, man.
I wouldn't
Uh,
disagree with that.
yeah, she's also jealous of Summer because Jordan was supposed to be the pretty girl, and Summer came right on in, looking like Hillary Banks.
And I just looked at like,
Whereas,
girl, at least I blink.
girl, I don't know about that. I don't know about the blink. I got to go back and watch to see if she blink or not.
Her eyes
But
are always open. You right.
I will
I don't
say,
know why, Amir. I don't know why Alex
Yeah.
won't give me an invite to this. Oh my God, that girl is two types of
what
crazy.
is that? What's that doll, Megan? Is it giving Megan?
Yeah. Yeah. Her eyes is wide open. I don't know.
I really want this cast to stay the same. the only person I really want gone is Shanice, because to me she doesn't.
I like Shanice, you know, as a friend
She
of or
doesn't
whatever. Shanice is
yeah.
looser than my great grandmother's teeth after a taffy apple, and I'm all right with that.
Like or get it to where we're giving Shanice some play, because like the story right now with Shanice is
They got to
like
get a man in that house.
a couple. That's why they want Phil to come back so bad. And I
Shanice
feel
came back
like
last season, came in the house last season ready to fuck, and nobody, and it was
and
nothing.
want nobody on the million. That's why the Hamptons is easier than Martha's
Oh,
Vineyard,
I
because
would
people
have
can
loved the
drive to New
Hamptons.
York.
Oh my God, that would have been great.
I think they just need to kind of switch their location, or maybe start merging them a little bit, or I don't know. But we need to get
22 years is
Shanice some
definitely
play.
hard. Nobody thought that one through.
We need to get Shanice on the other cast, so she gets some play, because she's not getting that familiar.
Mm. Well, there you have it, you guys. Thank you guys for rocking with us. We did 2 episodes, so it was a little longer this week, but we'll be back with your single episode reviews Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Thank y'all for supporting us as you do. Continue to like, subscribe, as well as comment. And watch all of our content and follow us wherever you can, okay? With that being said, Asia, welcome aboard. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for
This is
having
your
me.
first episode here. Thank you
Yes,
so much for
Asia.
joining us. Booked and busy Asia, booked and busy Tori B. We'll see you tomorrow at happy hour, you guys, at 5:45 p.m. Eastern. And we got some teas to get into tomorrow.
Oh
Baby, we're
yeah,
gonna
there
get
was
right on into them.
a lot, boo.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it.
Yes, we love
Yeah.
that you come in and watch. And we love that you all of you guys do. Bye, Sean.
Bye,
And let us know
Sean.
what you have for dinner when you call in tomorrow, okay? All right, you guys. Thank you, Robo's Adventure. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Samara. Thank you, Caroline Zoe, aka Cadian. Thank you, DeBCO. Thank you, Zoel. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, it's Ren, I think it was. I can't remember. Thank y'all so much. You have a good night, all right?
Good night.
Night.